Merhaba and Namaste from Istanbul. I'm Upasana and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you might consider subscribing because in this channel I share with my viewers all my personal experiences of this beautiful city of Istanbul. This is my room in Istanbul. My experiences of Istanbul with my viewers, and maybe I'm hoping you'll find something interesting and decide to subscribe. So I had 2 vlogs planned out this week, but for more reasons than one, none of them could be realized because both the places that I wanted to go to take you guys with me, they're under renovation apparently. One is the Ottoman Royal Residence and the other one is the Galata Tower. We were going to go on top of it, and it's got one of the most amazing views and legends attached to it. And I was gonna tell you all of that, but those plans have to be shelved for now. As the title suggests, now you might be wondering, did Upasana lose her passport? And unfortunately, yes. Let me begin by telling you that I am not a very fussy or stressful person in general. I'm completely laid back, although I should probably be a little more stressed about my PhD taking so long to complete, but that's beside the point right now. And I did lose my passport, and losing my passport had caused me more stress than I like to admit. This happened in July 2018, and I should probably give you a backstory of how the events unfolded and how I ended up losing my passport in a foreign country. So from the time I came to Istanbul in 2014, I stayed in a girls' dormitory up until July 2018. That's 4 long years. So in 2018, I decided that I wanted to move into my own place, cook my own food, and live like an actual proper adult and not live in the dormitory for the rest of my life, basically, because I don't know when my PhD is getting over. So I decided to get my name taken off of the list of the dorm, it's a government dorm. I'll put a picture of the dorm. I basically moved into this house and I had to go get a document from the dormitory to sign myself out, and that would state that I did not owe anything to the dorm. And my Taiwanese friend happened to be there. She had a plane to catch to Taiwan because it was time for the summer vacation and she was going home. And we went to apply for the, the document which they would release for us. And that lady who worked there in our block, she was kind of a security guard lady. She said she had to confirm if we had returned the bedspread, like the bed covers and the pillowcases and the blankets or whatever, if that had been given back by us to the dorm, because we are provided by the dorm with all those. I told her I was using my own bedspread, and so I didn't have to give back anything because I never took it from them. And she started telling me that that was against the rules, that I had to use my own, that I could not use my own bedspread and I had to use theirs. And I'm like, it's too late. I didn't use it and today's my last day. I'm leaving, so just give me the document. Never mind, she went through the paperwork and she saw that I had actually not borrowed any bedspread from the dormitory, and she said, okay, you're good to go, and she made me sign a document. I signed it, my friend signed it, and we were asked to deliver it to the main office. Now this campus was a huge dormitory campus, and we went to the main office. And upon reaching the main office, we saw that there was nobody there. So we asked the security guard, like, where was everybody? And they said they were on a tea break, the people inside the main office, administrative office. So we had to wait out. Now my friend had a plane to catch, like I said, so we were in a rush. And so we went back to the block that we came from and told the security lady that nobody is there, so we're going to leave the documents with you and you submit the documents to the main office, because if all is clear anyways, we don't have anything to worry about. And the moment I said that, guess what she did? She picked up the landline phone and she called the security guards at the 2 exits that the campus had. And she said that one of the girls here is wearing a green t-shirt, the other one a purple or whatever color that was at that moment, I don't remember. And she said they're trying to leave, but do not let them leave. And she hung up. And I'm like, what you just did is so unnecessary and so rude. Because you see, everything is clear. We don't owe anything. We don't have our bedspread that we supposedly owe to the dormitory. That is on the clear. All we need to do is submit the document and then we're good to go. And she said, no, you're supposed to submit it to the main office. I cannot accept it. So I kind of got a little pissed off. Actually, not a little pissed off. I got very pissed off. And my friend, my Taiwanese friend, she was like, I don't know what to do. I have my flight in like 3 hours and it's already late. So what we did is we decided to try one last time, go to the administrative block and just figure out if we can submit it to somebody out there. So the security guards this time showed us the cafeteria where these administrative building people were working. They were out for a tea break there, so we went. In the cafeteria, we were fortunate enough to find a lady who empathized with our situation and said she's going to take care of the paperwork that was left to be done. And we gave our documents to her. And we retraced our steps back towards the exit gate, which was right next to the block that we were out of. And on the way to the exit gate, I realized that my passport was not with me anymore. So it couldn't have gone missing because it was right there when I was signing the documents, and it was not there anymore. So I kind of lost it at the moment, and I went back to the security lady of our block. My friend, she left because she had a flight to catch. I sent her off. And I went back to the lady and said I left my passport while signing the documents on your desk and I came to take it back. And she said, what passport? There's no passport here. And for the moment I gave her the benefit of doubt and I said, okay, maybe I left it somewhere else. Maybe I dropped it on the way to the main office or whatever. And she suggested that we go back to my room where I was staying and check if it's still there in my room. So I was like, okay, let's look everywhere and let's start with my room. We went to my room and everything was like squeaky clean. There was nothing there, not even a scrap of paper. For some reason, she suggested that I should look under the mattress of the bed that I was using. That was ridiculous. Why would I keep my passport under the mattress if I'm leaving the dorm? I would not put the passport under the mattress in any other condition, let alone on the day of me signing out of the dorm. So I checked under the mattress and there was nothing. She was just pretending to be, extra carefully helpful. So we came downstairs from the 5th floor and actually, it's my bad. I should have told her I want to check your desk because I remember clearly that I put it on your desk. But I didn't do that, so my bad. So I decided to, go back, follow my steps back towards the administrative building and see if I've probably dropped it somewhere on the way walking towards the administrative building or while walking back. I'm sorry. No sight of my passport anywhere, and it was not too crowded at the moment because people had already left for their summer vacation, and there were only few people walking around, like girls walking around. And I even checked the trash cans on the way, and it's something like a passport. If anybody finds it, the first thing as a student, what you would do is take the passport, give it to the administrative building or the security guards, because that's what people do. It's a passport, it's not something to joke about. And get this, inside my passport I also had another important document, which is my residence permit to live in Turkey, to reside in Turkey, and it was inside my passport. So both my passport and my residence permit were inside a bag like this. It's a small little bag. This was from the Turkish Airlines flight that I had once taken. So basically the passport was inside this along with the residence permit with it. Long story short, I spent at least an hour and a half trying to locate where I dropped my passport. I went around giving my number and my name to the different security guards and the cafeteria people and anybody possibly who could help me find my passport that I had lost somewhere within that campus. Now it couldn't have gone far because for sure it's there inside the campus. So my hopes were kind of up because I knew that somebody would eventually find it and report it and I would have my passport back. Eventually I got tired of looking for my passport and I decided to come back home and think about what to do next day. And I was also kind of hoping that maybe in a day or 2 or 3 somebody would find it and call me. So the next day I waited and 2 days later I decided to go back to the dorm and check with the security guards if probably they have anybody who had reported my passport as found, or maybe they could find it in the lost and found box, or I kind of started hoping for the best. However, on the 3rd day I started researching online about what to do when you lose your passport in a foreign country, and I educated myself into the do's and don'ts and what needs to be done. So what I did was I went to the police station, but something weird happened there too. They first of all asked me, what do you want to report? And I said I lost my wallet with technically it's not a wallet, but I told them it's my wallet with my passport and my residence permit inside it. So I need to get an FIR lodged so that I can take the FIR report to my consulate, to the Indian consulate in Istanbul, and they would help me with the next steps of what needs to be done. Because without my passport and my residence permit, I am lost. I don't have my identity. I don't have the permission to stay here technically, although digitally everything is accessible, but still it's not a good thing to lose your passport. Now, generally people here are very helpful. So what happened next at the police station was kind of weird. They told me, we can't write a report for you because thousands of people come to us every day saying they have lost their wallets and we don't have the time to go after everybody's reports. I told him I understand. He was kind of rude, so I was trying to negotiate. I said I understand that, but I'm not asking you guys to find my lost wallet. All I need is a report lodged saying that I lost my passport, and nobody comes to lodge a fake complaint about losing their passport. That's crazy. I said, look, if I don't file this report, then it's hard for me to get out of your country and to stay in your country at the same time. So, I need to get that report lodged. Long story short, he refused to file a report. So, what do I do next? So I decided that I will go to the consulate and tell them that I lost my passport, so help me. That's the most logical thing to do. If you ever lose your passport when you're abroad, first thing you do is get in touch with the consulate or the embassy there. I didn't do that. I never went to the Indian consulate in Istanbul to tell them that I had lost my passport. I was waiting on a miracle that I would find my passport somehow. But that didn't happen. Luckily I had the photocopies of my passport and photocopies of my residence permit. So if I got into trouble or was asked to present a document, I could always present them. So I still can't believe that I did not go to the consulate and report that I lost my passport. My friends, they kind of said, you're making a mistake, you should go to the consulate, you should, get this off of your, chest. On the evening of the third day after I lost my passport, I went back with a friend to the dorm to get the CCTVs checked to see where I had dropped the passport. Good idea. They allowed, that was really kind of them. They sat down with me and they, went back to the timestamp of when I lost my passport, and we watched, we rewatched, we watched. And guess what? Turns out, the first time I went to the administrative block and couldn't find anybody, so I went back to that security guard lady to submit to her and she rejected. So after I made my trip back from the administrative block, the first time back to my block, the passport is in my hand. Like the camera spots like that, this thing in my hand, and it's there when I'm entering the building the second time. But when I come out of the building, it's not in my hands anymore. So I knew it that I had left my passport there, and to see the CCTV show what I knew was, it kind of gave me the hope again that yes, the passport is actually where I thought I left it. Now the tricky question is, there are no cameras in the lobby that I had signed my documents in, because it's a girls' dorm, so no cameras are allowed inside, but only outside at the exit of the building. So I could not actually prove my point that yes, I had lost my passport there. Nobody would. That was frustrating. I knew that that security lady who I had a thing with, who I had a bad moment with, had some part in, misplacing my passport. But I couldn't prove it because there are no cameras in the lobby. And without proof, the next thing I tell you, you're not gonna believe it, I know, but it's true. A few weeks went by and I didn't go to the consulate like I said. And after a few weeks, I just gave up. I just told myself I'm going to go to the consulate only when I plan to go to India. A month before that, I would go to the consulate, and then one fine day, I was returning home, I was in the cab, and I get a call. And it was that call. I say hello, and the person on the other end, she said, "Did you leave our dorm in July?" And I said, "Yes, I did." She's like, "Your passport is here in our lost and found box." That moment is a moment in my life when I solidly started believing in miracles. You don't lose your passport and live without it for 10 months and then get told that your passport is here, and in the meantime you have not even reported the consulate, you have not reported anybody, you have not told your parents. I didn't tell my family, only my friends in Istanbul knew about it because I knew my family is going to stress over it. So the moment I got that call and she said, "You can come collect it tomorrow at 8 to 5 p.m. whatever time slot she told me," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much." And the next day I went to the dorm, the doomed dorm. There it was, my passport safe and sound inside the same bag that I had left it in, with my residence permit inside it. But guess what? The 15 Turkish liras and the other receipts and papers that I had inside the same bag, they were not there anymore. And I didn't give about that because I found my passport. I can travel again, and I did travel. Once I found it, the next month I flew to India and I told my parents that, you know what, long story, this is how I lost my passport. My family thought I was crazy for not having reported it or at least told them about it. But I believe in miracles. And on that day came an end to the lurking stress, the lurking dark clouds over my head when I went to sleep. I kept thinking about my passport and I didn't know what to do. I mean, I knew what to do, but I didn't do what was supposed to be done because I'm not normal. All is well that ends well. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the story time with me, and leave a like and a comment if you want to. I really appreciate the love and support that has been constantly flowing for the last 3 months since I started the channel, and once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.